as I've said about 5 million times in these videos, when Squarespace rolled out Fluid Engine, it just changed everything. Like previously, you had to do the drag and snap editor, which was like you had to put one block next to another block, but you couldn't put this block towards the bottom of the section. It would have to go to the top. It just didn't give you this sense of design freedom in sections. And something else that Fluid Engine has allowed us to do is not only select multiple blocks at the same time, but also resize them all at the same time. Now, it doesn't have to be all of them. It can be a select few. So what I'm going to do is show you how to A, select multiple items, and then B, resize them. So if we head on over to the screen now, and we go into edit on our website, you can see if I was to highlight, I can grab these three. I can also grab this and this by holding shift and clicking on them. And I can move that about like this. Then what I can do, if I wanted to, let's say just bring them all up towards the left-hand side or the top left-hand side, I can just shrink them all down like this. Full control over that design. Now things will start to stack a little bit, which is fine, because what we do is then we click off and then we can simply move these about and do a little bit of manual resizing. So if I move that over, let's say I stick that to the right, I can then just bring this down a little bit. And maybe what I'll do is I'll stick them to the right as well. So let's do that. And we'll do that. And then we want it to align. So I drag that. I can measure against the grid. And then we've got a nice little section there, which we can then pull up. Now, let's say I didn't want to resize everything in a section. Let's say I just wanted to resize, let's say this and this guy. All I need to do is I can pull from the side or I can pull from a corner, whichever way that I want to resize. And I have full control over this. I was getting too carried away there, wasn't I? I was really dragging this poor fella about. But anyway, you can see we've resized these. Now, it's not perfect. I'm not going to lie. You can see that things start to stack. But what it allows us to do is just move things and resize things way quicker than what we used to have, which was, I'll show you now, the classic editor. Ooh, the classic editor. No, I'm only joking. It's still quite good for a few things. But, you know, you can see you have to put block on block and then snap and then like maybe drag things. But it's just, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's good for blogs, not so good for everything else. So you can see the amount of freedom that we have. Like this, there's no freedom with this. It's ridiculous. Anyway, rant over. You can see the difference. You can resize. You know, now if I wanted to resize these two instead and bring this over, I can do that too. And this just makes the whole design process so much quicker, so much easier. And it allows not only me as a designer to work on a website much quicker, but you, if you're just a user and you're building it for your brand or your business, it allows you to iterate much quicker. And it's almost doing what Canva did for graphic design. It's just democratizing the use of web design tools even further. And I'm all for it. So hopefully you found that useful. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to build your Squarespace website, you can get in touch using the links in the description.